like the D, and this is my ODE to the city of cities. Beautiful downtown, but the outside's gritty. Stand up.
Hello, Detroit. You've got...
Where? It's probably one of those slots. Hello, come on in. Come on in, Andrew. How you doing, young man?
All right.
Welcome to the state.
Wow, yes.
Yes, sir. Come on in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I use this house for an office.
Yes.
It's low key that way. Don't
Yes,
have to
yes.
pay nobody because I own the place.
Yes.
Come on in. Have a seat right here.
Hello. How you doing, sir?
All right, hello there.
Pleased to meet you.
Pleased to meet you.
All right.
That's my brother Daryl. You probably seen some of the videos.
25 years since
I
you've been.
recognize you. Yeah.
25 years since you've been here, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, good. I mean, did you see what I sent you?
Yes.
The video?
Yes.
I'm actually videotaping right now.
Good, yeah.
From the time you walk through the door, we talking right now. Can you see us?
Yeah.
Good.
I mean, it's very surreal because I've been watching you for years back in the UK on YouTube, and I thought, right, I'm going to Detroit, and I just thought, right,
Yes.
look up the man himself. You know what I mean?
Sure, why not?
You know,
I'm here, brother.
and it was just a last minute thought I had, and I thought, how do I track him? Because cut a long story short, I've got a YouTube account, but I'm not allowed to post comments anymore.
Really?
Yeah.
What happened?
What happened was, it was during COVID. Things were happening in the UK, and I wrote a few comments on what it was. I don't want to say too much about this, but a young lady got, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you.
A young lady got something bad happened in the UK, right?
Right.
And there was a demonstration, and then things happened to the ladies on the demonstration.
Oh wow. Okay.
Right, you get me.
I get you.
And I kind of lost it, man.
Right.
You know, I kind of lost it, and I typed comments. Although honourable, I typed comments, and I think somebody flagged it and told YouTube.
Okay.
So I basically thanked YouTube for all their services. I've had such a wonderful time, but I've still got my playlists and stuff. I can still watch, save videos and all the rest of it. The only thing I can't do is post comments.
Post comments.
And
Right.
I think with the benefit of hindsight, the way the world is now, I think that's a blessing in disguise, don't you think? Because you don't know who's watching
That's true.
on YouTube, particularly now in the UK. I mean, people are getting locked up,
Yeah.
Mr. Woods,
Yes.
for Facebook comments.
They are.
There's a woman about my age. She's doing 18 months now for a Facebook comment.
What?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, people are getting locked up. Well, I mean, you know what the score is. I mean, the World Economic Forum said that their number one priority is fake news, as they put it.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And I enjoy my freedom, but it's known how far to push it.
Right.
I kind of like my anonymity now online. You know what I mean?
Right.
I mean, obviously, I do like being in people's YouTube videos.
Sure.
You know, we all like our shall I say, gentlemen of a certain age. We like our affirmation, as it were, as we're getting older. You know what I mean?
Yes, I know.
None of us are getting any younger.
You got that right, brother.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Less ladies looking at us when we go in shops, stuff like that. You know what
I know that, man. Back in the day, man, they was looking at me all the time and just hunting me down. But now I gotta chase them.
But you are ageless. You are ageless as time itself, Mr. Woods. I mean, I couldn't put an age on you. You know what I mean?
Appreciate it.
You know what I mean?
Right.
I couldn't put an age on you. I mean, if I may say so myself, does that say, is it black don't crack or something like that?
Right.
Yeah,
Oh.
black don't crack. Yeah. I mean, I've got crow's feet now, and You know what I mean?
I know.
Yeah. Anyway, it's very surreal. I can't believe I'm actually talking to you. I've been watching you for so many years on YouTube. I'm finally here in Detroit. Now, I've got the train along. Sorry, folks. I'm looking a little rough today. It was a 14-hour trip on the bus last night. On the train, sorry. 14-hour. And then I had an hour and a half on the bus coming up from Toledo.
Wow.
You know, and it was still dark. And I had a little angel or a little devil on both shoulders, and they were saying to me, "You're going to Detroit. Do you know what you're doing? Do you know what you're doing? You're actually going to Detroit." And I thought, actually, I don't know what I'm doing, but I hope Mr. Woods knows what he's doing. Because I don't.
Right. No,
You know what I mean?
You're in good hands.
Yeah,
like I
I
said,
do, man.
and I appreciate you because you know I got a lot of UK investors,
Yeah.
and I know a lot of people in the UK know me in the UK. A lot of people, because I've been on YouTube for 16 years.
Oh, wow.
That's a long time, since 2008.
Yeah.
So my first investor was from New York.
Right.
And then after that's when the Australians came, and I started dealing with a lot of Australians, and they started coming over here just like you, and they a lot of my older videos.
Yeah.
And then when the UK people came over here, I mean, I got flooded.
Yeah. Because the thing is you probably know, houses in the UK totally different to here.
Yes.
Number one, they're much smaller, and they're always built of brick. Now, the one thing I have noticed here, and which I like, you do tend to like your joinery and your internal fixtures and fittings. Now I can tell. I mean, I'm not the world's biggest investor, right? You got to remember that there's a huge difference between. I'm from County Durham, up in the northeast of England, right? Now there's a world of difference between somebody who lives in London, right? Now I once bought a house for £14,000, right?
Okay.
And I spent about 15 grand on it. I've got a long-term tenant in there. It's not the world's biggest rent, but I'm getting a good yield. Everybody's happy, right? Everybody's happy. So I thought I'd pop along here while I'm in America, as you do, and I'd have a look at the houses.
Okay.
And just give it from a British perspective.
Sure.
See what the construction is. As I say, you've got a lot of wooden cladding here, you know what I mean, which I like. I don't think it would be good in the UK because we get too much rain, and the air is very damp.
Wow.
In the UK, you know, we always feel cold.
Right.
It always feels a lot colder than it actually is. You know, I've been to countries where temperature-wise it's lower, but because of the dry air, you think, oh, it's a lot warmer than it actually is.
Okay.
But suffice to say, I am a big admirer of this type of house, and the architecture is so varied as well here.
Yes.
I love. It's kind of like I don't know what. I think it's a mixture of various countries. You've got your mansard roofs. I think they're from Holland.
Okay.
And your brickwork probably. That could be like a UK influence,
Yes.
a German or a French influence. There's certainly another French influence here with the various roofs.
Right.
Yeah. So as I say, I thought I'd have a look along and just give a perspective to folks back in the UK, Europe and beyond. You know what I mean?
Oh, so what's the rental market there like?
Right. As you may know, we've just got a Labour government in, right? Now, from my own perspective, certain streets, it's becoming more highly regulated, Mr. Woods, right?
Right.
I've had to, in this last 12 months, I've had to apply for a number of licenses. The council get a little earner out of it, you know what I mean, which is a bit annoying.
Right.
And I've got to go around, measure the rooms, or more often than not, I'll get the tenants to measure the rooms because I like to keep my distance from the tenants, you know what I mean?
Sure.
You know, I like my privacy, they like their privacy, and that's the way I like to do things, you know.
Right.
Now the rental market, getting back to your actual questions, a lot of landlords are pulling out now in the UK.
Really?
Yes, because I don't want to go down. I know you folks have got a big election coming up.
Yes. Oh God.
Or
Yeah.
shall I say, the world, the free world, has got an election coming up.
Yes.
I mean, when you guys sneeze, everybody else catches colds, right?
I like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because we're watching. I know I'm watching.
Sure. The whole world is watching what's going on
I'll
here.
say this about your politics. Now, I'm not into sport, right? But I love watching US politics. It's like a pantomime.
Wow.
It's like entertainment. You know, I like watching
You would see witness on.
Nancy Pelosi.
Yes. Yes.
I've got a thing about Nancy Pelosi because my mother, she was called Nancy as well, you see.
Right.
Right? Maxine Waters.
Oh man, you do keep up with our politics. Okay.
You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I've been watching your Summer of Love in Seattle about a year ago.
Yeah.
Right. I'm watching it all, mate. And Kamala. I mean, even as far back as when Mr. Trump was debating
Biden.
Mrs. Clay.
Oh, Clinton. Oh, wait, well, yeah.
That was entertainment.
Yes, it was.
That was entertainment. It's like an adult pantomime. You know what I mean?
Right.
And of course, there's Mr. Biden. You know, again, I used to enjoy those kind of debates. But getting back to, I've got so much to say, as you can probably tell.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Go ahead and talk.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I could sit here and just yap on all night. You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm a big fan of Americana. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
From your license plates, your cars, your TV pro. I mean, I was brought up. I was a kid of the 70s, right? I was brought up on things like the Fonz, Chips,
Yep.
Cagney and Lacey,
Wow.
right? Kojak, Lieutenant Colombo.
Oh boy, you Americanized all right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, sure.
But yeah, I mean, it's changing.
Yeah.
And my worry, I as a UK landlord, I am worried. I'm worried that it's going to be over-regulated. I'm worried that, although we are out of the EU now, I'm worried about overreach from the World Economic Forum, because we have various what's the word I'm looking for?
Yes.
I only had 4 hours sleep last night, so
Right.
I think I'm doing well as it is.
You're doing well.
Yeah, I mean, it's like environmental. We have to meet environmental targets.
Sure.
We've got like a grading system with the insulation, for instance, between like A to D sort of thing, A being the best. I think at the moment, you've got to reach C. You must meet your grading. It's just a sad state of affairs, but it's been going on since millennia, and it'll continue to go on.
Yeah.
Because these unscrupulous people, they're always, unfortunately, they're always going to be around.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All the time. All the time. Like I said, I've seen people from the UK and Australia get burnt all the time. And they'll come here
Yeah.
and find out. I had a guy in Australia about 5-6 years ago, maybe 7 years ago.
Yeah.
He bought 7 properties for, I think, $300,000,
Right.
which in certain places would be a really good deal.
Yes,
because-
absolutely. Yeah.
But he found out when he finally got here that these properties were ravished.
Right.
They was ravished, and they wasn't creating any rent money.
Wow.
They need thousands of dollars worth of work. He was just like, he was so upset
Yeah.
about what happened.
Yeah.
You know, but he said, well, I'm not gonna worry about it, man.
Okay.
I'm just gonna just write it off. Because he's a millionaire, so
All right.
Yeah, he's a millionaire, so I guess 300,000, like,
Yeah.
okay, I got burned, so I learned.
Water off the duck's back, eh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it happens. It's unfortunate that it happens.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, bro, if I lost 300,000, I'd lose my mind.
Yes.
I really would. You probably would too.
I'd be knocking the beers back on a night just to get to sleep, you know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely. No, I get it. I get it. I get it. So you just came into town just just to see what's going on
Yes.
in the city?
Yes, yes. And I must say this
Yes.
to all the folks listening out there.
They're looking to you right now.
Right.
Talk to them right there.
I've been very pleasantly surprised. It's not the abandoned ghost town you think it is. I've been downtown today. It's huge, by the way, downtown. There's lots of offices.
Yep.
Very nice, pleasant, friendly people, and that makes a huge difference.
It does.
It does. I've never been to this part of America before, and I just can't believe people will wander into a bar or a cafe, and it's like, oh, and they'll just say, oh, what a lovely place this is. Now, I'm not used to that, right? Yes, we're known for our friendliness and openness up in the northeast of England, right?
Right.
But like English people as a whole, it's true to a certain extent that we can be a little bit reserved sometimes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We're kind of afraid to show our emotions, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It varies from town to town, region to region, that kind of thing. And that's another thing. What I love about Americans, you're not afraid to express yourselves, and I noticed that in a lot of your art, your songs, your music, and your culture.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Your singers with the lyrics, you really open up. You know what I mean?
Right.
It kind of, me as an English person, funnily enough, I think, oh, he's a bloke and he's singing a song like that with words like that. You know what I mean?
Right.
'Cause
Right.
normally a woman would only sing a song like that. You know what I mean? You know?
Right. Right.
Bit too open for me, sort of thing. But as I say, I am a big fan of just about everything American.
It's good.
You know.
Listen, I did a real talk the other night where I said America has always been great. It's just not a slogan that people are saying. It's always been great. I mean, you're saying it right now.
Yeah. I mean, I thought if I didn't make this trip, I mean, none of us are getting older. I mean, I'm not the world's biggest traveller, but I've done about 70 countries, right?
70 countries.
I've done about 70 countries,
Shit, I ain't
right?
bigger than one.
Yeah. And I thought if I don't go back to America now, I never will.
Wow.
I'll let you into a little secret, right?
Yeah.
I watch what goes on in the States on YouTube, right? And I thought very long and hard about coming. I thought, will I be able to handle it? Because it's a lot. 25 years is a long time, right?
It is.
The countries change. We all change as people, you know? Now, the first time I come out here, I had rose-tinted spectacles on, you know? And it's raining again, Tim. Sorry. I get interrupted. And I just thought to myself, will I be able to handle it? Because you think, there's a lot of doom and gloom on the internet, right?
Yes.
Fear porn, right?
Mm-hmm.
Fear porn. Now, I like getting scared watching stuff on the internet, right? But sometimes I reach saturation point and I can't cope anymore. So I'll just say, Andrew, go and watch a travel video for God's sakes. You know what I mean? Regain some sanity. And I thought, you know, it's like everybody's losing their freaking minds. It's not just in America. It's all over.
It's all over. It's all
over the place.
Yes.
I mean, I don't think we've ever been the same since COVID. I mean, I lived by myself in the UK, and there were times I struggled, to be honest with you, because everywhere was closed. Everywhere was closed, and you could just about go outside and go for a walk, and that was it. That was your lot.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And I think it's a combination of a lot of things. We're becoming more isolated now as a society. So another thing that's going on in the UK, a lot of our pubs have shut. That's bars to American folks. We call them pubs.
Pubs, yeah.
Public houses. That's what it's short for. We're losing pubs. The pub trade's going down, and they're going to introduce another smoking ban. Now the ban smoking in the pubs, bars and restaurants, right?
Okay.
Inside. Now what they're thinking of banning pubs. Sorry, they're thinking of banning they're thinking of banning smoking outside of pubs because people go outside for a cigarette, right? Now they're thinking about banning that, so even more pubs will close.
Wow.
See what I mean? So as a consequence, people don't tend to go out so often as what they did.
Right.
I don't think it's a lot of fun now for young people.
No.
As what it was in your era and my era.
Right.
You know.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I know for a fact Detroit would have been bopping at one time.
It was.
It would have been absolutely bopping. Because I can remember the Motown era in the 70s,
Yeah.
early 80s. You know what I mean? I was about 10 and 12-year-old. And folks back in the UK were listening to Motown all the time. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Very popular music, yeah. But now it's kind of difficult. It's different for young folks. They've got to go into the much bigger towns and cities before they'll find a nightclub open.
Wow.
You know what I mean? Because at one time we used to have discos in the pubs, that kind of thing, and then they started taxing the beer out of existence. I mean, I was paying $10 a pint in New York there. I mean, it was Penn Station, but I went down to London recently and it was £7 a pint. That's about $10, and that's in an ordinary pub. That's not anywhere flash either. You know what I mean? It's like a normal box standard pub. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Things are changing. As I say, not necessarily for the better, but I think we're just going to have to ride it through.
We have to.
We're going to have to ride it through. I mean, I'm worried about this election, right?
A lot of people are here.
I'm worried about this election. Can I nail me colours to the mast? I think you probably know who I want to become president.
Right.
I'll just say simply, the world needs peace at the moment, and we know who the candidate is for that.
I say it all the time. And I'm with you without saying it out loud.
Yeah. I mean, it's not my country. It's all with the utmost of respect to the American people, right?
Right.
I don't want to cause any bother, right? You know what I mean?
I get you.
You know what I mean?
I understand.
I want to walk around the street and serve you, man. You know.
I know.
But the world's a scary place.
It is.
You know.
It's a scary place out there without
It's
all the
scary,
other
man.
stuff that's going on in the world right now, currently.
I mean, I was out in, believe it or not, I flew out to the Middle East last October on the 7th. The morning it kicked off, right?
Really?
Yeah. And I was in Syria. I landed in Lebanon and I was on a tour in Syria. And I was lying on my bed one night. I've got a very active imagination, and I just imagine what happens if everybody just completely loses it and there's a massive wave of anti-Western sentiment while we're stuck out here in Syria. All kinds of stuff's going through my mind, but no, people were lovely. I go to a lot of countries that have been, the ordinary people have been through hell.
Right.
Been through hell. I mean, I've been to Liberia, I've been to Sierra Leone. The people have been to hell and back, and the people are lovely. People are lovely, right? Same in Syria. You couldn't. I've been to Syria, Iraq. I've been to North Korea. I've been to Afghanistan. People are lovely.
Wow.
Yeah, folks are fine. You know, and it's kind of sad. I feel sorry for a lot of the people who are just getting. It's the same old story. It's a tiny handful of people who are causing all this trouble.
Absolutely.
And a lot of the time, that lies at the bottom of it. Yeah.
That's the root of it right there.
You know?
Money.
And a lot of folks kind of figure this out. You know what I mean? That's all I've really got to say about that one.
Oh no, that's.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I could go
understand.
on, but I think I don't want to exhaust it.
So what made you go to all these other countries just to visit, see how everybody lives and what's?
Bragging rights. No, I'm only joking. I just want to be able to say I've been to all these badass countries, right? No, seriously, I'm not the kind of bloke who got 10 days in Benidorm doesn't do me, right?
Right.
Like, for you American folks, Benidorm, it's like it's the British equivalent of Atlantic City or Myrtle Beach, right?
Right.
You know, Bubba from Boise goes to Myrtle Beach for 10 days, that kind of thing, right? No disrespect, but I like a bit of adventure. I like a bit of adventure. I like to see different things.
Right.
I like to see a bit of life, right? I would say I'm probably one of a tiny handful of Brits who ever comes to Detroit. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Yeah. I mean, you've got your New Yorks, you've got your San Franciscos. I love New York, by the way. There's not a city like it in the entire world.
Wow.
Yeah.
There's a lot of New Yorkers who watching this right now.
Energy.
Be glad to hear you say that.
Folks, I know there's a lot of people, there's a lot of doom and gloom merchants out there, right?
Keep talking.
Right? There's a lot of doom and gloom merchants out there on the internet, right? But I'm telling you now, within about 20 minutes of landing in New York, I knew I'd made the right decision about coming back to New York, right? Everybody's chilled, right? Now I remember when I was a much younger bloke, I stood at the confluence of Broadway and Avenue of the Americas. It was a warm summer's night, getting dark. About 7 miles away, I saw the Twin Towers with the red lights just flash on the top, and I just felt the energy rushing. I felt the energy coursing through my veins.
Wow.
Yeah, I felt the energy coursing through my veins, and I just said, "This is it, man. This is it." And I thought, there's not a city like it in the world. When I went back to the UK, I said to myself, I've never been so inspired in all my life, right? Now, I only just missed 9/11, but when it happened, I was upset. Mr. Woods, I cried.
I bet you did. We all did. The whole world did.
My boss had to send us home. I watched it on TV. People living on the bridge, man. People living on.
I know.
My boss had to send us home, man. You know, because I used to. I shouldn't be saying this, but I was at the time I was looking for work in New York, you know, and I used to phone this guy up, and he was like way up on top. I used to phone him up and send me CV off and that, you know. But the world on that catastrophic day back then, the world has never been the same since.
Has not been the same. This is true.
We've never been the same since.
Right.
That was a turning point, not just for folks in New York, everywhere it's been affected.
Yes.
I mean, you just look at the bloodshed that's been the result of that. I mean, I could talk. There's another thing. I went to see the World Trade Center. I went to see the 2 footprints where the towers have been.
Really?
Right, yeah. And I went to the museum. Folks, if you ever go into the World Trade Center museum, you need about 5 hours because it's deep. It's deep. You read the comments, you listen to the phone calls. It's deep, man.
They have all that. There's phone calls.
Yeah. I keep forgetting how many people were killed on that actual day. I met a firefighter on the train, and he said there was 300 firemen alone, 300 killed on that day. I had an uncle who was a fireman, my Uncle Alf, back in County Durham there, right? And you know, those guys, they just went in that building to save lives. and the whole thing just came down on top of them. You know?
Can't even imagine.
I mean, who does something like that, man? You know, it's just beyond human reason. Why anybody would want to do what they did on that day, right? Sorry, folks, I'm getting emotional.
It is. It's an emotional thing.
You know,
A lot of people lost their
I
lives.
mean, it was an attack on the free world. I mean, everybody's got their opinion. What actually happened on the day? I've got my opinion, right?
Right.
I mean, everybody is smart enough to be watching Mr. Woods' channel. You're smart enough to work it out for yourself. You don't need me to tell you. You don't need to team it. You don't need me to tell you what went on, right?
Right.
I think we've all got a fair idea. It was a combination of a few things.
A few things. That's true.
Combination of a few things.
Yes.
And it's not cut and dry. It's not cut and dry. I've watched countless documentaries about that, and the actual Twin Towers, I'm still no further forward as to what happened. Seriously.
Wow.
The Pentagon, I've got my suspicions about the Pentagon. I've certainly got my suspicions about Building 7. Now, incidentally, in the museum on Building 7, there's only like a little TV screen and a couple of handsets. Do the math, as
Right.
they say in America. Do the math.
Do the math.
Do the math, right?
Mhm.
I mean, it's not my business. It's not my folks. It's not my country, right? But it was an attack on the free world,
Yep. On the free world.
right?
And it wasn't just about New York. This is about the
Yeah,
free world.
yeah. I mean,
Shit.
there was folks from all over. You look at the names. There was folks from all over the world got taken out on that day.
I bet that's really emotional to actually be there to see what you see.
I would have been. If I'd have been there, I'd have been out of it. I'd been out of it. And I want to say, at the time, New York had a wonderful mayor under the guise of Rudy Giuliani. He made that city very safe. I know he's not everybody's cup of tea,
True.
but I saw him, and he kept it together as a true leader. You know, he saw people leaping to the death, man, and he kept it together as a leader, and got folks through.
Yeah, that's true.
And man's a real leader, right? If I'd have been there, I'd have been all over the place emotionally. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It was just an abomination on humanity.
It was. There's no question about it. It's an emotional thing. I mean, I guess until you get emotional about it,
Yeah.
the more you talk about it, because you were actually there, you know, just the spot where the towers was.
Yeah, yeah.
And to hear these phone calls and the voices,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
that had been chilling.
Well, you know, I always regretted, you know, I went inside the Twin Towers when they were actually standing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but they were wanting ID. I didn't have my ID on us. Otherwise, I was going to go up. And I said to myself, when I come back to New York, I'll go up. But long story short, I never got the chance to come back to New York, right? I don't want to say too much on it because
Right.
you don't know who's listening, right?
Right.
Something happened and I couldn't get back to America, right?
Right.
And I was gutted, right? So I kind of felt it, you know? Like I've been telling you, I used to walk all the way from Fort Clint, the Clinton Fort, on the tip, and I'd walk right up to 33rd Street. I used to rent a little room.
Right.
Yeah, I loved it.
Wow.
I could walk up and down New York. I used to walk all over. I'd walk right up into Harlem, all around Central Park, because I used to hang out in New York quite a lot, and I couldn't get out into the countryside. It's got so much. That city's got so much energy. It's hard to switch off. So what I would do is every weekend I'd go to Central Park, and it's like a little bit of countryside in the city. You've got the pond, you've got all the trees, you've got the squirrels running around. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that was my solitude. that was my refuge. That was my weekly refuge in New York. I go to Central Park.
Wow.
Yeah.
So New York seems to be one of your favorite places
It
to go.
is. Yes.
Okay.
Folks, don't let anybody tell you that New York is going down. It's not true. I thought it would be. I thought, oh my God, I'm going to have to hide my camera. I was telling folks back in the UK, I said, my head's going to have to be on a swivel this time. No joke. Nah. It's cool.
It's cool.
It's cool, man. Everybody's chill. Everybody's on the ball. You know what I mean?
I've never been there. I said I'm going to get
You never
to
been?
New York. I've never been there.
Right.
But that's on my bucket list.
Yeah, definitely go. Yeah. The only time, another thing that's happening now, it's hard to get accommodation in Manhattan. I was having to stop out in Queens this time.
Mm-hmm.
Queens is lovely as well. I love Queens.
Okay.
It's chill. I like it's a bit less energy. It's suburbia. I'll tell you something, right? I can remember when I went out to Queens for the first time 25 years ago, right? I thought it was going to be like Goodfellas, right? I thought there were going to be wise guys on every corner sort of thing.
Right.
Nah, it's not like that at
Not
all.
like that at all.
It's really chill. It's very, I would say it's very family orientated.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, sort of. Yeah.
That's cool.
I'm saying sort of, it is. Yeah.
Are you thinking about at some point maybe investing in the States, or you just kind of like just trying to see what's going on here?
As I said, it's been a long time. I want to see what word is out on the street. Yeah?
Yeah.
And I thought if I can come along, see Mr. Woods, appear in one of his videos, and I can keep it real for all the folks back in the UK there, you know what I mean?
That's what it's all about.
As I said, I love these houses,
Yeah.
and I'm just thinking I could tell folks what the difference is, you know what I mean? Because one thing I've noticed is, back in the UK, when the tenant moves into the house, the tenant starts paying the city tax. We call it council tax, yeah?
Yeah.
Whereas like here, I might be wrong, but I think it's the landlord that keeps on paying the city tax.
It's the homeowner that pays the city
Right.
tax. So you're telling me that in the UK, the tenant is responsible for the city tax?
Yeah.
Why?
It can be a bit of an administrative headache, because I've had a tenant just move out, so I've got to phone the council up and say, look, when are you going to send us the bill? Because I don't want them starting recovery procedures when I'm out on here on holiday, you know what I mean?
Sure.
And it's getting quite expensive now as well. I don't know what the tax rate is. What if I can just stick my neck out? I would say, if I was going to have a word with one of your politicians over here, like your mayor or something like that, I would say, why don't you, these houses that have been stood empty for years and years,
Okay.
like, say for instance somebody came along and bought the house, right? But I would very politely suggest to the mayor or whatever, whoever is the head honcho around here, I would say, why don't you give the investor like a 2 or 3 year tax holiday, right?
Okay.
So that takes the heat off. It's less financial pressure, and the money they'd be saving on the tax could then go into more refurbishments for the long term.
For the long term.
So the guys on the tools, the tradesmen, more money's going into their pockets, which is then going into the local economy, yeah? Instead of going into the coffers of the city. It's a long-term thing. That's what I would just politely say. I think there's a tendency on both sides of the pond for for the city councillors to look upon landlords as a cash cow.
Sure.
If that makes any sense.
Yeah.
I mean, the council where I live, they used to be very reasonable. You used to get a bit of a tax holiday, and then council started getting themselves into financial dire straits for one reason or another, and then they started looking, because a lot of people think that landlords are made of money, which ain't true, right? Now,
absolutely.
A survey's been done, right? Most landlords only have 1 or 2 houses, right? They're not these super landlords who've got portfolios of 80 to 100 houses. They do exist. I mean, how you can keep an eye on 80 to 100 houses is beyond me, because the phone would be like the hotline to Washington. The phone would be just ringing off the receiver all the time. You know what I mean?
Right, absolutely.
Even with the best will in the world I mean, as soon as I get a problem with a house, I've got to throw money at it to resolve the problem.
Sure.
You can spend tens of thousands of pounds on property, putting new plasterboard up, pulling the old wall out, like on these stud walls, like on a timber wall.
Right.
If the plasterwork's shot, I'll pull it off. What I'm saying is new bathroom, new kitchen, that kind of thing.
Sure.
You're still going to have maintenance issues, no matter how much money, no matter higher spec. You know what I mean?
Yes.
That's the only. I'm thinking to myself. I was on the train and I thought, dear me, I'm going to be seeing Mr. Woods here, and I thought, what pearls of wisdom have I got to offer? Because I didn't bother making any notes. You know what I mean? I thought, dear me, I hope he's not expecting too much. I'm just gonna have to ad lib.
That's pretty much what it is.
You know what I mean?
I want people, when I talk to people, I want you to just say whatever.
I mean, I've only had 4 hours sleep last
written
night.
down, straight.
Yeah. I mean, if your heart's in it, right?
Yeah.
It'll be a yeah. You don't have to make any nonsense up, right?
Not at all.
You know what I mean?
You've been doing well since you've been here.
Okay, that's good.
You've been
that's
doing
good.
well. I mean, because right now this is going to be on YouTube tonight.
Nice,
You know,
yeah.
so everybody all over the world will see this, because you know, kind of like I'm internationally known all over the place. So you can talk to your folks
You're
there
on the
in
map.
the UK.
Detroit is on the map. You know what I'm saying?
It is.
I'm not just talking about the Motor City and the Moortown, but people like, I mean, look, if somebody like myself from County Durham, up there in the northeast of England, can be watching Mr. Woods in Detroit, anybody can be watching, you know?
That's right.
Oh, someone's about to pull up.
Who that?
12404.
Across the street?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna let him through here. You gotta go talk to one of my tenants.
All right, yeah. This seat is very comfy, by the way.
I'm really shocked that you said there that the tenants are responsible for the taxes
Yes.
of your property.
Mm-hmm. That's a big relief for me.
That's a big relief. I mean, I can't imagine what that would be like here.
Mm-hmm.
I can't imagine.
Really?
No,
Really?
hell, they have a problem paying just rent, let alone trying to pay the taxes to the house.
You see, keeping a house empty for me, it's a very expensive business. You've got your lack of rental income coming in, and then you've got to start paying the property taxes. You see, I don't like getting roped in for any kind of financial commitment.
Right.
Be it phone tariff rate. I'm on like a very low tariff rate. You know, you notice I'm not even on a US SIM card yet. Well, I haven't seen one, otherwise I was going to get one.
Right.
I've got to keep darting into coffee shops and asking for Wi-Fi passwords, that kind of thing. Because I've been, for the folks that listen, I've been missing 1 or 2 calls along the way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. So when the tax bill comes, it comes to you.
Yeah.
And then you call the tenant and say, hey, you got to pay the taxes on my house.
Well,
Pretty much.
yes. Well, that's always a worry. Are they going to phone up the council and say I've moved in? You know what I mean?
Well, don't you have to alert the council?
Yes.
that I have someone in this property already?
Yeah. Well, that's what I do.
Okay.
I'll phone up the council and say, right, tenants have moved out, that kind of thing, because it's they're the bit. It's like the council. It's like a gang, isn't it? I mean, ultimately they've got the well, they can put a lien on your property.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, they don't have to kick the front door down and start coming in and stealing all your shit. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean?
I know, I got you.
They don't have to do that. They've got it all figured out.
So what happens, you bring the tax bill to the tenant and the tenant say, hey, I just don't have the money to pay the tax bill. So do you pay
No, it's their problem thereafter. It's their problem thereafter.
It's their problem, it's
Yes.
your house.
Yes, but
So what happens, I mean, you don't want your house taken.
I only pay the tax for the period that it's empty.
Sure.
Yeah. If they don't pay what they owe, that's
Right.
their problem. The council can't chase me.
Really?
So, yes.
But it's still the taxes are attached to your home. See here, people lose their homes for bad taxes.
Yes.
I bought tax sale homes.
Yes. You see that's a new one on me, because I know you have here in the States you have tax sales.
Yes.
You would never have that in the UK.
No?
No. I didn't even know what a tax sale was. I mean, it's self-explanatory,
Sure.
you know. But the idea of it's kind of scary that the city can take the house of somebody for back taxes.
For back taxes.
I mean, ultimately, it could happen in the UK, but I think more than likely they would just put a lien on the property. It would appear on the deeds. The house would still be yours, but ultimately
You couldn't sell it because there's a lien on it.
Exactly. If you did sell it,
You had to pay the tax off.
the tax would take precedence.
Right.
Yeah.
Partly, yeah. So you won't lose the house. They'll just put a lien on the house, but it's still your house because there's no such thing as tax sales there.
No.
Can you imagine if it was tax sales there in England? Wouldn't that be something that would be different?
I would, to be honest, I would feel most uncomfortable with that type, if that kind of thing.
Really?
I would. Yeah, because as you can probably gauge already, I'm very uncomfortable with government overreach. We've lost over like a 30-year period. We've lost so much of our rights. I mean, you used to be able to have a cigarette in a pub. We used to have fairly. I know a lot of folks are going to disagree with me on this, particularly in the UK, but we used to have fairly good gun laws.
Right.
We did have, at one point when I was a young man, you could get a semi-automatic rifle, you could have a handgun, they're all gone now. All I'm going to say is we had two unfortunate instances in the UK where people have run amok with them, and that's another big difference between the UK and America. We're not, in fact I'm glad I brought this up because I'm going to stick my nose in and say something else. We're not a gun nation, and I've been in two gun clubs, and I knew when these things happened, we were going to lose our gun rights, which of course we did, because next to nobody, there was extremely few people had little to no sympathy with us. I mean, I'd actually sold all my guns. I had a Model 28 Smith & Wesson,
Right.
357 Magnum. It looked like the Dirty Harry 44 Magnum, right?
Right.
So I got a 357 because you can obviously use 38s in them
You
as
use
well.
38s and
Yeah,
357.
yeah.
That's correct.
And I had a 2.2 rimfire German target rifle as well. I got out the military. I had other I had other commitments, looking for work, that kind of thing. I sold my guns. A friend of mine, he actually had guns taken off him. He was in a different club to me.
Okay.
And another thing is, I don't want to appear rude telling American folks how to go about their business, but please hang on to your Second Amendment. Don't get rid of your Second Amendment.
Right.
I'm saying that because it'll be the thin end of the wedge, right? Once the government starts revoking your rights, we'll start searching for other stuff.
Absolutely.
They'll start banning other stuff, and that's what's happened.
Yes.
In the UK, as I say, you used to be able to go have a cigarette in a pub.
And you can't do that.
You can't do that now, you know. And that's why I was worried about COVID as well.
Sure.
I mean, at one point there was only 2 countries open for tourism in the world. One was Mexico, one was Dominican Republic. On the second lockdown, I went in the UK. I went to Mexico for 3 months.
Wow.
Yeah, that's another beautiful country. Mexico again. Mexico's got its problems. I've been all over Mexico, from the Yucatan Peninsula down in the south, Baja California Sur, and I've been right up to as far north as Ciudad Juarez, right next to El Paso on the border there.
Right on the border.
Lovely people. I know I'm going digressing all over the place.
Yeah.
Lovely people, Mexican people, lovely food, beautiful country, great for tourism. So yeah, please don't hang on to your Second Amendment rights. That's all I'm going to say. I can state this quite categorically. I'm one of the few Brits who fully understand Second Amendment, right? Because if you take people's gun rights away, it'll be a bloodbath. Because what would happen is, it's only going to be the bad guys who has guns.
See, I say it all the time, bad guys are going to be the one with the guns. Because they don't care about the law.
Yeah. It would be a bloodbath. It would be open season on law-abiding citizens, family men protecting the families, right?
Right.
You know. I mean, I said it to some people in New York. I says, whatever you do, don't lose your Second Amendment rights.
Mm-hmm.
Thankfully, I was in the right company, right?
That's the right company.
I took a bit of a risk because I didn't know what reception I was going to get. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I love talking about politics, and I thought, well, can I talk? It's coming up to election time. Can I get away with talking about politics? It's like everything else. You'll test the water with the elbow, right?
Right.
See what kind of reception. I've only had about 2, so I wouldn't say horrified looks. I wouldn't even say looks of incredulity. Did I say that right? My batteries, I'm probably on about 1/3 of my battery power.
It's all good.
You know what I'm saying?
Good. I'm enjoying this.
Okay,
And,
I am as well.
Like I said, and everybody who's going to be watching this, I'm sure going to enjoy and have a lot of questions.
Yeah.
You know, so it's good.
All right.
When people come here, they want to be in the videos. I want people to actually be in the videos like yourself, especially from other countries.
Yeah.
You can share your experience about what it is. Like you've been to 70 different countries. I just get in trouble getting to the east side of Detroit.
Right, yeah. Well, you know something, right?
Just a joke.
Where I'm from, in the UK, I can drive coast to coast in 2 hours.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
From sort of the east coast of County Durham, drive across the Pennine Hills, I'm into Cumbria, and then I can be on that west coast for about 2 hours.
Okay.
Yeah. I can do north to south on the train, the entire stretch of England in about 2.5 hours.
Really?
Yeah. And that's classed as a big journey in the UK, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I know a lot of people from where I'm from, they've never been to London. It's only 2.5 hours on the train, as I say.
Okay, wow.
Yeah.
You know, we have, I don't know if you guys have it there. We got open carry here in Michigan. Michigan's an open carry state.
Oh, is this?
Michigan's an open carry state.
Right,
You can see people walking up and down the street, their guns on their side, like dirty area.
Oh, right, okay.
Can you do that there?
Absolutely not. No way.
No way.
If you were open carrying in the UK, the cops, everybody would be ringing 999. They would be deluged with concerned citizens.
Really?
Or should I say concerned subjects, loyal subjects.
Right.
I do find cultural differences as a Brit. I do find cultural differences between America and the UK. I find them hilarious.
Right.
The cultural differences, right? I mean,
I want you looking there. I want to go back here for a second. I want you to tell the differences, what you find what is so different between America and the UK when it comes to certain laws, like the gun laws and all that type of stuff. So right there, I'm gonna give it to you. Right there, bro.
Right, okay. Okay. Well, for instance, if I was the difference between like an English film director and a Hollywood film director, the English script would say, man rides down street on bicycle and falls off bike, right? Now to make it more dramatic, a Hollywood director would say, change that to car crashes through plate glass window.
Right.
Because we always marvel at the amount of damage you have in Hollywood. I was watching on the flight over, I was watching Beverly Hills Cop with Eddie Murphy, right? Back in the good old days when we had a lot more freedoms and people could laugh, we could have a laugh at each other, right? Us Brits, we've got a very good self-deprecating sense of humour. The English, not so much the Scottish, right?
Right.
The Scottish don't like being laughed at, right? But English do, right? Scottish folks, if you listen, you know I'm only having a laugh, pulling your plonker sort of thing. Americans won't know what a plonker is.
Right.
I think you've got a fair idea, right?
Right. Well, the word wanker is a big thing in the UK.
Yeah.
Wanker.
Is it? Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah. It's not the rudest word in the English vernacular.
Mm-hmm.
The C word is, right?
Right.
As in see you next Tuesday, right? Yeah. Cultural differences, you know, when I first came up to America a lot of years ago, there were actually folks, some of my friends at the time, they weren't impressed that I was actually coming to America, because somebody said, oh, it's a land of excess, right? As in Hollywood women. Remember that program?
Yes.
Hollywood women. Just like excess.
Right.
Everything's. We used to have a saying in the UK, like everything in America just has to be bigger. Everything in America is automatically bigger and better, right? Because I don't know whether you know, but when American folks come to London, we can hear you 3 blocks away, right? Voices are so loud, yeah?
Right.
It's just a cultural thing, I get it, right? I mean, in the UK, we've adopted so many things in British culture now. When I left school, I mean, we left school at 16 back in the day. If you weren't going on to university, right? You know what I mean?
Right.
You don't have to get into 30 or 40,000 pounds worth of debt, just get an education. Back in the, I mean, it was possible when I left school in 85, you could get a good job with the qualifications you had at 16.
Right.
If you worked hard enough. What I'm alluding to is, I do like a lot of American culture, like your prom nights. We've only just started adopting prom nights I would say this last 10 year maybe.
Really?
Yeah. Americans, the biggest thing, probably the biggest difference I've noticed between Yanks and Brits, you folks love life. You celebrate life, right? Now, back in my day, you left school, and a lot of the time you never saw your fellow classmates ever again. That's it. I mean, I'm from a small town, and that's certainly the case, right? Whereas here, you'll have a prom night, you'll get dressed up, mums and dads will fork out a fortune for clothes, stretch limos, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I mean, why not? You only live once. And you're never going to meet, you're never going to see a lot of those folks again. So you might as well have a big send-off. I don't have a problem with that. I understand it fully, right?
Right.
Now, another thing is, you make a big fuss about your lads and lasses in the armed forces, yeah? Navy, Marines, Air Force, Army. Don't forget the Coast Guard as well, right?
Right.
Keep the things safe. And I know a lot of the time you say, "Thank you for your service, sir." I mean, we don't say that in the UK. No, it's not the big deal. It's not that big a deal. I mean, I was in the army, right?
Right.
But a lot. It depends who you talk. It depends who you talk to. I never saw active service folks, right? I've got a lot of time. I'm going to say this, right? I've got a lot of time for you guys who've been out there and seen active service and seen terrible things. And I think it's terrible that guys come back and just end up on the street. It happens in London.
Wow.
Right? You hear guys talking away. They're out of their minds and they're just getting dumped. And it's wrong.
Yes.
Sorry, I'm getting emotional.
No, it's okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You send it, our governments are sending all these young guys out there and lasses as well, right? And they're just getting, the support network isn't good enough once they get back, right? It's not good enough.
This is true.
It's not good enough saying, "Thank you for your service, sir," right? I get it. I don't want to overstep. I don't want to overstep the mark here, folks. All you American folks, right? I'm going back decades. We all know what happened when I was like a baby. I was born in '68. You know where I'm coming from, right?
Mm-hmm. You're born in '68?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm born in '59.
Year of the Tet Offensive. That's another thing, right? A lot of Brits didn't get first blood, right? My late mother did, God rest her soul. She got it. She got first blood. She understood what the film was about. She said it's a film about a lad who went off to war, and he was ruined by war. And that's what's happening now. It's still happening. 40, 50 years later, guys are coming back in a mess up here, ruined by war, and it shouldn't be going on.
That's right.
Shouldn't be going on.
No, not at all.
They're thrown on the trash heap. They're discarded. They're discarded like some kind of inanimate, tangible asset. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just wanted to say that.
Right? Yes, you got it.
I just wanted to say.
No, and I appreciate that. I mean, it's emotional.
You got to make a fuss. You got to make a fuss about you guys and gals in uniform. I get it. You know, you've got guys now stuck out in Syria, thousands of miles away, sitting out for months on end in the desert, away from your folks, away from birthdays. They're missing their kids growing up. You know, family man. You know, it's. I don't know whether I've said too much there.
No, you're doing just fine. Like I said, I mean, I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you saying what's on your mind and expressing yourself, because that's what I'm all about. Anybody who know me.
I'll say it again, it's not my country, it's not my business, but you know, enough of our lads have been over to Afghanistan, Iraq, same as a lot of other countries, we've all been sucked in to this war and terror, whatever you want to call it. Yeah.
Right.
I'm not saying it's. We could be sat here all night talking about it.
Sure.
Yeah. I'm not going to go down that path and start criticising things.
No,
yeah?
I get it.
I'm just saying, folks are going out there and, you know, coming back. Young guys coming back with legs missing, arms missing.
Yep.
And they've still got 40, 50 years of life left in them, easy. They've got to go through the rest of their lives like that.
And have mental problems on top of it.
Mental problems, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, First Blood, one of my favourite actors, Sylvester Stallone. No, a lot of Brits just thought it was about like a badass charging around the countryside on the run from the cops. No. It was much more deeper than that. Much deeper than that. It was about a guy who came back, who'd given his all. The last of an elite, as Colonel Troutman said.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Johnny, you're the last of an elite.
You experience a lot. You've been through a lot, and you certainly have a lot to say, a lot on your mind, and which is great. I love it.
Okay,
because like I said, I do this on my Real Talks on my other channel, which you got to check out sometime. That's Shea Show Real Talk on YouTube, and you'll get everything that you and I talking about. How we talk. That's just what it is.
The folks both sides of the pond, Brits and Yanks. I use that term I use the term Yanks with affection.
Sure, you
right?
Of course.
I know some of you guys call us limeys, right? Just a bit of what we call banter, bit of friendly banter, right?
Friendly banter.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I think we should have these kind of conversations more often.
I love it
because I think we've got more in common than what folks realise.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Like I said, you're welcome back here anytime.
Okay.
Anytime.
Right.
Next time I know you traveling countries and going all over the world.
Yeah.
But you have
It's a big adventure coming to America.
Yes.
Yes, it's probably it's probably one of, if not the most developed countries in the history of the world. And I'll say this much. America is the world's most successfully marketed country in the entire history of the world.
Absolutely. I'm glad you said that.
I mean, your culture, everywhere you go, Philippines, whatever country, there's America. You got Mackie D's. We call it Mackie D. You got Mackie D's. You've got American culture all over the world. There's extremely few countries that doesn't have that. There's extremely few countries that doesn't have that American influence.
Wow.
I hope you can understand my accent, by the way.
Everybody can.
Okay.
Everybody can. And I'm glad you said what you're saying right now.
I thought before I came along, I thought, well, do I put a posh accent on so everybody can understand us, or do we just gabble away as I normally would back home?
Just gabble away just the way you would back home.
You know what I mean?
Be yourself.
Okay, that's good.
Be yourself. Yeah. Like you said, the influence of America is all over the place. You've been all over. You can go to Hong Kong, you see them walking around and listen to our music and walk around with baseball jerseys. The whole 9 yards. Yeah.
Another thing is, I've travelled with Americans in countries like Iraq, Afghanistan. There was a guy, a doctor from the Tar Heel state, North Carolina, and he had this like sports top on. I thought, well, he might not get away with it, you know, in a country like Afghanistan, and he got away with it. You know, just people don't. Some Americans tend to think that a lot of folks around the world have something against Americans because of US foreign policy, whatever you want to call it, right? That's not the case at all. I mean, there was a guy called Ralph from upstate New York, who I was in Iraq with. Huge guy, lovely man. Iraqis loved having their photographs taken with him. They all knew he was an American. It's not a big deal after all what happened. It's like when I went to Vietnam the first time, after all what happened out there. That's I've gained a lot of inspiration from various nationalities and folks all over the world. And I want to say this about Vietnam. Like, they're a nation of very forgiving people, right? Americans can come there and they're made to feel welcome, no matter what age group, whether you're a returning vet or anything. They're beautiful people.
Wow. Wow.
Very forgiving. Very forgiving. A little bit.
Wow.
I mean, look, if there's a time in your life when you kind of forgive people, I just think about that. The beautiful thing.
That's awesome.
Sorry, man, I'm tearing up, but it's
okay.
It's a beautiful thing, right?
Right.
It's a beautiful thing. Forgiveness. It's deep within all of us, man.
The whole world should
forgive each other.
the whole world should feel this way. The whole world should feel this way, and it's okay.
Mr. Woods, I'm seeing this trip. It's like a personal. It's very personal to me. This trip, you know. It's not just a bloke from Britain coming over here on vacation. It's more than that. It's deep. I mean, I don't want to say too much about it.
No, it's okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, listen, it's okay. I'm enjoying it.
I love it. I love it.
Yes.
I haven't been on one down. I've been here about. I mean, I've asked myself, can I do this trip? Because I'm 56 in a month's time, right? Can I do it physically? Can I do it emotionally? Can I do it mentally? You know, am I going to cut it off 2 or 3 weeks into the trip and go home because I cannot hack it, right? I'm worried about what the people are going to be like. You know, it's like people these days are like, it's like people losing their freaking minds.
Yes.
Right.
This is true.
It's not just in America. It's
all
in
over.
The UK.
It's all over.
UK.
It's all over.
And it doesn't have to be like this.
No,
right?
it doesn't.
A wedge is being driven between people, right? I'm guilty of this. If you want to know the truth, you're black, I'm white. We're talking man to man here, right?
Man to man.
Folks, I'm guilty of it, right? Mm-hmm. I went to Africa for forgiveness. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. I went to West Africa. That was one of the reasons I went to West Africa.
Really?
Yes. Yes.
Wow.
I wanted forgiveness because I transgressed. Right?
Wow.
And another thing I want to say.
Go ahead.
With all this crazy shit going in the world, man. If the bomb drops, I just want Jesus to save me, man.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've made my peace with God. I mean, I've had most of my life. I'm 56, right?
Right.
What I think for is these kids, man. These folks with families, right? These little kids, they haven't had a life. And look what's going on. Israel, Palestine. And people are dying.
Every
It's
day.
got nothing to do with them.
Got nothing to do with them at all.
Little kids.
Innocent people.
Little kids dying.
Children.
They're innocent, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't have a dog in that fight. I don't care. I just want peace, man. There's evil cunts out there making huge sums of money selling bombs. Ukraine. There's about 400,000 people died on one side alone. People are making serious amounts of money through armaments. They were going to have a peace. There was a peace deal already set in place. It was just about to go down a year or two back, about a year ago. Somebody flew out there and said, no, you got to fight on.
Wow.
There's like another 200,000 people died since.
Makes no sense.
Young guys, women. Sorry, folks. I'm getting it. I love opening up, man.
I love it.
I love opening up. I'm not usually like this.
And it's okay.
I'm from a former coal mining town in County Durham, right? If you're a bloke, you're not supposed to cry. At my dad's funeral, even the vicar was telling me not to cry. We can't open. You're not allowed to open up, right?
Wow.
No, I love coming. I love coming to America, man. I only hope that I don't live to regret that I should have been back. I should have come back here years ago. I was too scared to come back because I had a little run-in with immigration, right? What it was, I clocked up. I was clocking up too many visits one year, and then finally they drew up the drawbridge at the Canadian border. Said, "Sorry, you ain't coming in." Yeah, and I've just waited and I've waited. And I've put it off and I've put it off. And I thought, right, you either do this trip, I said to myself, you either do this trip now or I'm just going to lie in bed for the rest of my life. Because that's what I'm like sometimes. Just, folks, I do a lot of sleeping. I'm not the world's most motivated person, but I tell you something now, I haven't had one lie in since I've been here.
Wow.
Yeah? I mean, it's like, I'm getting charged up. It's like my batteries are fully charged all the time. Yeah?
Right.
I mean, normally, if I have about 4 hours sleep a night, I'm like you know who, stumbling all over my words, can't think of things. I'm all over the place. But I find I can open up to you.
Sure.
You know what I mean?
Appreciate that.
I can really open up to you. I kind of thought, well, I'll meet the guy. He seems like a decent guy, right? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I could tell because I think I'm a good judge of character, right? The windows are the eyes to the soul, right? And I look in your eyes and I can tell you're a good man.
I appreciate that. I mean,
Yeah.
I am whoever. I tell people all the time, what you see on the internet is who I am in person.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
you experience that.
Yeah. I mean, I came along this afternoon. I didn't know how this was going to end up. Folks, this trip for me is like an epiphany. Yeah.
Yeah.
America, love it or leave it. It's the greatest country in the world.
Yes.
Yeah?
Yes.
Don't let anybody tell you different, right?
That's
and
it.
I haven't had a beer to drink. I'm just.
You're natural. You're natural.
This is Pepsi Cola. This is Pepsi Cola, boys and girls.
Right. Which is my favorite soda. By the way. I love Pepsi.
It's all from the heart.
Yes.
Right?
I love it.
If it ain't from the heart, then I'm going to be auditioning as soon as I get to LA, right? You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, I mean, I'm cool, right? Here I am sat in Detroit talking to Mr. Shea Woods from the Shea Show. And just like a week ago, it was just I wouldn't say just another YouTuber. No, it's more than that. You folks know what I'm talking about, right? Yeah.
I appreciate it, man. Like I said, when people come here from a different state or different country and talk, to get a chance to share their vision and whatever's on their mind, especially when it comes to me, because people see me on the internet and say, well, who is this clown on the internet? You know, some people just don't understand who I am. And I understand that. I get it. I come across a different way because I am different. But I'm genuine. Yeah. I'm genuine.
Yeah.
Which you probably found out since you've been here.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because if you weren't genuine, I wouldn't have walked up here like that.
I know.
You could have been a shrink.
Right.
Folks just open up to you, right?
That's awesome.
I'm glad I've been able to open up, right?
I'm glad too.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, I thought, what do I do? Am I just going to be another investor? No, I want it to be more than that, right?
Yes.
I thought all kinds of things were going through my head, right? You know, do I do a funny dance? Do I try and be Mr. Popular and say something funny, that kind of thing. I mean, when I walked in here, I didn't know this was how things were going to transpire, right?
Oh,
You know what I mean?
right, absolutely.
I think people don't open up enough. People bottle things up.
Yes, that's true.
That's another thing.
That's true.
They say no man is an island, and there's never been a truer thing said, right?
Right.
We don't communicate enough. We don't express our feelings enough, and that's why you got all these folks wasting themselves.
That's true.
It's the same in the UK. The suicide rate is shot through the roof.
Really?
Yes,
And that's because
I think it's COVID had a lot to do with it, and people tend to bottle things up, and people don't get out as much as they do.
wow.
Yeah. Isolation, particularly with guys, men who are isolated. It's a big problem. It's a big problem in the UK, and I think it's a big problem in the US as well. Yeah. And I think something needs to be done about it. It needs to be addressed. And I think the first thing is we need to stop pretending that it's not happening. Yeah.
Right.
I mean, people are going crazy, man.
People are losing their absolute mind, and it's all fear based.
People are wasting it. People are killing their entire families,
Yes.
little ones.
Yep.
What the hell drives a man to do that?
I say it all the time.
It happens in the UK. When I go away, I go to a lot of poor countries, you know, and like I tell people what's going on in the Western world, and they think I'm joking.
Wow.
Yeah. They think I'm having some kind of sick joke with them, like, oh, he's pulling our leg sort of thing.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know what I like about what you're doing right now
Yeah.
is the fact that you're here,
Yeah.
and it's not, like you said, it's not about just investing.
Yeah.
Because most of my clients who come here from other countries like yourself, they come here to invest, to buy property, you know, so they can make money. That's what it's all about. But you came on you said it from the beginning when you sent me that "What's Up" video, saying, "Hey, I just wanted to come and just talk to you about." It's not about investing, just in general.
Yeah.
And I like that because I don't normally do this.
I thought I'd make an appearance.
Yeah.
I think I've got something to say. That's a fair assumption. I've got something to say, right?
Right.
Maybe I've got too much to say. Who knows?
No, it's fine.
Okay, man. All right.
It's fine.
That's appreciated.
It's fine. I mean, believe me, if it was just too much, I would say, "Hey, yeah, well, you know, look at the time." No, that's fine.
Phone ready on the desk, right, in case it rings. No.
What I'm going to end up doing,
Yeah.
this video is going to be on my regular channel, which you'll see.
Nice.
I'm going to also put this video on my Real Talk channel where I do this type of thing, where I got another thousands of people over there who watch me for a different reason, for conversations like this. So this is fine.
Yeah. I'll probably wake up tomorrow morning and think, oh my goodness, did I really say all that? Did I really open up that much? Because I don't know what my mum and dad would think if they were still alive and saw me opening up like that. You know what I mean? My dad was old school.
Okay.
My dad was old school. He worked for an American engineering company called Eaton Corporation.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm very familiar with Eaton.
You've got plants in Cleveland, Ohio.
We got them here, too?
Yeah. He was like old school, British stiff upper lip, right?
Mm-hmm.
He was brought up in a coal mining family. I mean, both my folks were brought up in poverty. My old man used to tell me, brought up in poverty, Andrew, brought up in poverty. And he made it to middle management.
Okay.
From having a very basic education.
Wow.
He went to night school for many years, and ended up in middle management. You know what I mean?
Sure.
He was like one of the youngest of 10. You know what I mean? And we don't have pulled himself up by the bootstraps the old-fashioned way. You know what I'm saying? My man was the same. I mean, her dad, I never met both my grandfathers. No.
Really?
Yeah, there's such a big, there was such a big expanse in time. Both my grandfathers were in the First World War. That's how big a gap there is, yeah?
Wow.
Yeah. My mum's father, he was like a mechanic down the pit, because I'm from a coal mining area, yeah?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All the pits are gone now.
Wow.
Yeah, all the pits have been closed down. But County Durham was like synonymous with coal mining, yeah?
Right.
And what we were able to do is when they closed all the pits, folks didn't want to move out the area, and we were lucky enough to have a lot of industry move into the area.
Mhm.
But since globalisation, 97, a lot of those plants have moved out. My dad's old engineering plant, Eaton truck components my dad used to work for, they moved out to Poland. Yeah.
Wow.
So it's not there. So a lot of things have been happening, you see. You see, another thing I've noticed these days, there's a lot of people like myself who, unlike our forefathers who had proper skills, he was a mechanical production engineer was his proper title. He was in a professional institute, right? So as you can imagine, I've had a lot of technical tools lying around the shed,
Yeah.
that kind of thing.
Right.
Like a lot of people's parents, they had proper skilled jobs. Whereas like now, people like myself,
Don't get lost, Daryl.
for one reason or another, I didn't go down that route.
Okay.
So I'm having to rely on other things to make a living out of. See what I mean? And I know I'm not alone in that. It's the modern world, particularly in the Western world.
Wow.
We've become an over-educated, under-skilled society, right?
Mhm.
There's too many folks going to university. I mean, look, this is Detroit, the motor city. You consider how many, you go, all these houses round here, at one time would have had,
One second. I just want to stop that for a minute.
that's good, man.
Good. No, you're good.
You see, at one time, the motor city would have been full of folks who dealt in increments of 1/1000th of an inch
Right.
engineering, right?
Absolutely.
See what I mean?
Yeah.
There would have been tens of thousands of guys like that. Whereas like, those kind of industries gone, and those kind of, to a large extent, those kind of skill sets are now in countries like Korea, Japan, that kind of thing, you know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Another thing, something else is going to have to be done about that, I think. Sooner or later, you're going to have to bring a car industry or similar back to America. Make America great again. It is great.
It's great.
I'm not saying it's not great.
It's great.
I think I've already told you that about 100 times already. If you haven't got it by now, America is the greatest country in the world. Right?
Yes. Absolutely.
Brits, if you're listening, come on, man. I'm going to get my ass whooped when I get back to England if my fellow Brits see this, right?
They're going to see it.
They're going to see it.
What do you think they're going to say?
They're going to whoop my ass as soon as I step off that plane at Newcastle Airport, right?
Right.
But no, big changes are going to have to be made. Otherwise, we're going to go down and down and down. It's like
Right.
a skill route, right?
Right.
We can't have people just wandering around with degrees coming out of the rears if a certain skill set isn't there, and that's what we've forgotten, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
Wow. It's amazing. It's amazing. So how long are you going to be in town?
Right. I'm only scheduled for a couple of days, but I mean, if you want to show me around some houses, I can stay longer. I'm more than happy to stay longer. I can, because I know a few folks were saying in the comments, "Oh, Shea, why don't you show them that house? Show them the roof." I'd love that.
Okay, well, what we can do tomorrow, tomorrow, because I got a full schedule coming up.
All right.
I got some guys working on a house. You seen the video where they're putting the addition on?
Yeah.
They're still working on that, so we can pop by there
Yeah.
and see what's going on, and go to another property, show you some things that we did, another property that we
Okay,
actively work on.
yeah.
And speaking of that, Daryl, Doc said he want the second unit done too, as far as the floors. He want 2 units done.
That first one and the one around the corner.
557 and 9850. So that's 2. And they're gonna start Saturday.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, that's what he said. Saturday. He said he can start it Saturday. Yeah, so yeah. So that's what we can do.
I would like to finally start talking about property because we've
Yeah,
talked about everything else apart from
That's fine.
property and real estate, you know?
Right.
I mean, folks, I hope you don't mind me just digressing, talking about stuff, but you know, there's more. I think most of your viewers will agree. There's more to this channel than just talking about
Yes.
than talking about squeaky staircases and that kind of thing, right? Yeah.
What you say there?
Iran is
Iran. What was you talking about this?
attacking Israel right now.
Iran attacking Israel right now. It's on the news. You heard that?
Scary stuff, man.
Yeah.
It's scary stuff.
They sent 180 missiles in there so far.
Oh,
180 missiles.
Yeah, into Israel.
things are going to kick off, man. Things are going to kick off. It's not good. It's not
No, it's not good at all.
good. It's not good at all. That whole area could just implode. You know, other countries going to get involved.
Other countries gonna get involved. It's absolutely that's what's gonna happen.
And this is why Ukraine is still going on. We need this, not just America. Right now, the world needs leadership. You know that, I know that, and you don't need me to tell you that, right? I mean, I'm telling me granny out to suck eggs here. That's an English expression for you. As Michael Caine would say, I'm stating the bleeding obvious, yeah?
Wow.
But we're living in worrying times. Well, that was another thing. I thought, what happens if I'm in America and World War III kicks off and I'm stuck over here? You know what I mean? Anything could happen.
Anything can happen.
Anything could happen.
Anything can happen. Okay, well let's.
You know, I could be stuck in America without a magnum.
you don't want that. But you said something that rings true, and I say this all the time. I always tell people the Shea Show is not just about real estate.
Mm-hmm.
It's about everyday life and whatever's going on. Like what we're talking about right now, this is everyday life.
We're keeping it real.
Yes.
Keeping it real.
Keeping it real. That's why I do my real talks.
This
on
isn't
YouTube.
bullshit. This is real life.
This is real shit.
Folks, I'm speaking from the heart.
Yes.
If I'm not speaking from the heart, then, as I said, I'm getting auditioned when I go to Hollywood, yeah?
Right. That's pretty funny. Yeah.
I'll be the next Sylvester Stallone.
Wow. Wow. What did you eat? What did you eat today?
I went to a place called Honest John's.
Yeah, you sent me a text saying that.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Downtown? I mean,
I think Midtown.
Midtown.
Yeah.
What kind of food is it serving?
I would say it's like a diner.
Okay.
Services. I've got some really. I felt right at home there as soon as I walked in through the doors. A lovely lady served us there. We had a lovely conversation. The food's good. Nice portions. The food, that is.
It's good.
It's a joke.
Okay.
I'm talking about the food.
Right. Food. Just the food now.
Dirty minds, you lot. Nice portions, the food.
Right. That's funny. That's funny.
British sense of humour, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Look, we're adults. We're big boys and girls. We can laugh at stuff like
That's
that,
it.
right?
Absolutely. All the time.
That's it, man.
All the time.
The kids.